Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where you can watch games, practice games design. We're back with Pyre.
Let's find an item, because we talk about doing anything, but I'm always just going to find an item. I'm just going to admit it. Ancient artifacts fallen from Mount Elodil, lie frozen in these strips. Just like a hand, just like trash. They're just like throwing it down the hill.
Ice shelves. Oh, more ice there. Since a potent serum, maybe it's
almost a natural light.
Ice.
It's dust. It's dust.
Oh.
But I want the artifact. What'd I get? Prayer beads. After plunging into the adversary's pyre, the bearer has a chance to avoid banishment. Wait.
So. That can be good. I feel like it's.
And that's only level 10. What happens when you upgrade it?
I think it's just increases chance of not getting banished.
Every one gives you 5. Wait, does that mean it can get up to 100%?
So you just never get banished when you run it into the fire? That's pretty good.
That's intense.
The downside, though, is that then you're on the other side of the board.
No. Okay, when you jump into the pyre, like personally, not throw, but when you jump into the pyre, you have 2 people, like you're only able to use 2 people next round.
Right.
What this is saying is if you have that equipped and it succeeds, then when you jump into the pyre, you're not banished for the entire round coming up.
Oh, but you still start at the
it just starts the round over.
I see. Huh. It's pretty legit.
Holy cow. That's intense. That might be the most powerful thing we've seen so far.
It might be. It definitely makes a lot of builds more
like you could just Rookie or Ray this out and just jump across like over and over again.
It makes the dodgy evasion builds that much more viable. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Shit, son.
Once again, it's more like, man, we could have saved some Stardust for this, which we did.
Well, we actually have enough to upgrade it to full. If I use all of my dust right now, I could actually put that to full. Because I have a +6, a +2, and 2 +1s.
Oh,
damn,
that's pretty sweet. Okay, so we are climbing the mountain.
Continue your journey.
I guess we're gonna find demons.
We're gonna. I thought it would be this way, but we're going this way. Okay. Where?
Yeah, I didn't think about this, but I guess we're always kind of traveling north. Like, that's where the majority of the game has been geared toward. But, like, we get a lot of, like, back and forth, left and right, as we're kind of going up.
But it's always led up, and ultimately.
Yeah.
Here before you lies Mount Elodil, stretching far beyond the line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place in which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather around, again before Volfred, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense tension in the air. Now then, you all have questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. There's only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you can go free, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who's first? Questions? Why us? Why you indeed, madam? That I can explain. You've seen that sort of stand against the adversaries and the rights. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They settle for it in the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and such cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rights. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout the land, whispering hints of this. Absurd as it may sound, it took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwin over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon, and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. Then, why you? Because I've no reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hands. The rites, as you have seen, are quite extensive. You are imposters in their little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. Yeah, this is important. And we're done.
I mean, this is another one of those, like, why would we ever say no? Are you only playing this game to compete? Just play online.
Yeah, right? Wilfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much as he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jodario raises her voice again. Hold. You mistook my meaning. I understand your plan, still I wish to know why us. Why are we, among all others, chosen for the liberation rite? Oh, there's a word for it now. On a blooded moon in a fall of Solium, exile from the prevailing triumvirate shall go free. Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen, you're qualified, I should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain, though in this case the expression is quite literally true. When the Eight created the rites, one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf, exiles who show some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they form have stood to the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals move and passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The Eight scribes also formed a special group, against which with all others would be judged. The group they called the Nightwings. You bear the book, wear the masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others erstwhile jockey for positions to take for a chance to take you on.
Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up?
Then you would deny yourselves a chance of freedom and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in common right, then. Participation is all that matters. Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rite or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from liberation rite, but these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free, yet still the other triumvirates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all of the Volfred takes his lead. Others reconnoiter. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Path leads lead up the mountain and present you with some options. Okay.
It's an interesting manipulation, though, because it's like, you have to participate, because if you don't, then you're sacrificing everyone else's chance for freedom, too.
But it's like, but you just told me that we're the only ones that are allowed to get it. Yes. Well, then why do they do it? Because they have to, otherwise no one can do it because you won't do it. What? Circular logic?
But if they beat you, then that could be their chance of getting freedom.
Maybe, but it's like, they say that the scribes favor us, so it's like...
The scribes favor the victor, the ones who are winning. So it's an interesting dichotomy, because it means that literally no one can go free unless the Nightwings exist.
But...
So that begs... So the important thing is why did the original band of Nightwings disperse? With that knowledge... that without them, that no one can be free. The truth of the matter was bad enough to make them be like, this bullshit.
Maybe the Nightwings are actually not allowed to ever be free. Maybe they only stand as the team to beat, and if you beat them, you go free, but they never can. That's why they disperse, because we're like, fuck it, we're never going to be free.
It's possible, and that the whole thing is a facade. Yeah, that's interesting.
Mary believes the Eight scribes will bless whoever goes through here. She always believes that. Pamitha expected some long shot valuables to be stashed here. Done.
Ooh.
Whoa. You was not lying. This wagon is quite capable of travel.
Yeah, this is also not quite what I expected a mountain climb to look like.
You joined Pamitha on her brief expedition to find anything of value dropped by those who tried to scale the mountain but did not succeed. Wait, I shall be joining you. What now? I get 2 chaperones, but sure, I'm game. Whatever you wingless are into. Be silent, little bird, and fetch those trinkets and be done. My, so full of bitterness. You really ought to make most of the last precious moments we share. And you not ought to mince your words. Oh, please. We all know you're going to be the first one out of here, so why not quit your constant frowning for a change? I, the first one out of here? Of course. It's plain that the others pity you. You've been here longer than the rest of us by far. Besides, maybe that Volfred, though he seems plenty happy here, making his speeches. How dare you presume nothing is decided as of yet? Oh, no doubt. Though, but if by coincidence you do end up selected for the honor, I just want you to know something. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, do hope we shall prevail on your behalf. Because this way you shall be free of me at least, and I in turn shall have not to suffer longer your hideous attitude toward me and everything. At that, you intervene. Jodario's eyes burn with fury, but then she calms herself. I shall see you at the wagon, reader. Pamethus scoffs at Jodario storms off. I swear, that one. Well, moving on. There's something sparkling down there. I'll be right back. She swoops down out of sight, leaving you alone there in the mountain.
Damn harps.
Pamethus soon returns with something that lay long forgotten in the rocks below. Found a star splinter. When preparing to fling the orb, the bearer charge-up speed increases by 40%.
That's
nice.
Also very nice.
Dang, son, that...
So it's rank 10, so at most it'll be 80% faster. Still pretty legit. That's almost...
arguably more powerful than the other thing, because I don't need to... I can throw.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm actually... Wow.
These have been some pretty good...
There's been a power jump in items, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Have you noticed?
Yeah. Huh. I guess, like, it justifies waiting if you had waited. But we're going to pause real quick. All right, we're back.
Aye. All right. Okay. So, Temple High Road. Headwind expresses passive.
Didn't we just make a choice?
We did. And it was between two characters. And then we chose to go her route. But and then now there's like a little... There's a...
So maybe we get a lot of like...
And then it's... I think each one of these is associated with one of the characters. Like this looks like it has the mask that Headwind would use.
Oh, interesting.
Sir Gilman wishes to look upon the sacred waters here. I mean, we go with Sir Gilman.
Yeah, because Sir Gilman is fucking right. I mean, Headwind's nice.
I mean, yeah, but he's...
I mean, but like...
I'm Headwind. I have personality.
I mean, it's like... That's what you say about someone if you don't know what else to say about them.
Right.
Nice.
But like, so, is your boyfriend cute? He's nice. At long last! See? I mean, come on.
It's Gilman.
The worm surges through the waters of the cistern. You decided to join him for a brief excursion. Thereafter, another hard day's ride. You find him in the shallow pool, appearing very much content. Aww. This night, he thought he may never again feel fresh water's cool caress against his scales. He sighs, splashing from time to time, then he turns his attention over to you. You, Master Reader, are most kind. To take with you this wayward knight, he swears to prove himself to you and to the rest. He knows that soon now, someone may go free. He knows the choice of whom may weigh up heavily upon you indeed. For it is you who ought to make the choice, is that so? This night, he heard it from the others, so it must be true. Now listen, please, upon what little knight honor this knight has. This knight's penance isn't yet complete. There's not much atoning to be done, so when rises the occasion to decide who ought to go free, this knight wants you to know something. Please, do not choose him! Not even if you wish, not even if you can. He begs of you, allow this knight that simple dignity. Aww. With that, Sir Gilman sinks into the waters. He waves his tail. You can leave him be for now.
Do you think that they say things like that to make us be like, well, now you really deserve it because you're so nice?
I mean, if it were Pamethus saying it, I'd believe that.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
But Gilman's... Please, don't choose me. Oh, yeah, right. No problem. You'll get what you want, babe.
Terrible.
Consider his wish.
I find it really funny, too, that, like, all of a sudden in the last few episodes, we've just had, like, all of your characters that you're voicing talking.
It's exhausting.
I'm just here for the ride, man.
You're the arm candy?
Yeah. What's up, baby? I'm an accessory.
You and your companions gather to the scribe's gate where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under the archway carved with stone. Yeah. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together, much how we act out with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onward, Derek.
Please, follow me.
Removing his hat, the Lord Minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. With the hat. But who are you?
I don't recognize him.
When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first. All you, please.
Is that you, Derek? It is. Greetings, Celeste.
Celeste.
Celeste. Ha ha! I was just kidding with the name confusion.
Didn't you ever play? You did play Final Fantasy VI. You know better. Oh, you didn't get that far enough to get her, maybe.
No, I didn't get that far.
Whatever.
And how was your rest?
Celeste too. Never mind. Don't worry about me.
Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate? Aye. Then let's make this quick.
She gestures toward the rest of you.
Now, each of you in turn state who you are and what you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate.
We're doing on time.
We are at time.
All right, cool. I mean, like, they're about to mention her name. Pretty good moment.
Yeah. I guess it really at any point they might be like, now make a choice, and we're like, it's a bad point to end the episode.
Yeah. So I think question of the day here is, how do you feel about this build-up and tension about this choice we have to make? That we don't even understand why we have to make it.
Yeah, and I'm even convinced that there's going to be another twist. A twist in a twist.
Yeah, there's probably going to be like 3 more. It feels that way, right? So what do you think about the writing regarding that?
Yeah, I think it's an important, thing to weigh on the player's mind.
What does she have? Are those wings?
That's her hair. Oh, I see. It's like...
Maybe it's a chair?
Maybe it's like a cloak? Maybe it's a chair. Who knows?
Anyway.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.